Today we are going to deal with OET subtest reading part B questions. Now straight away reading part B, the key skills we are going to look into, and it will be very straight today.
Good
evening,
evening,
Good evening,
Father.
Good evening, Father.
Good evening, Father.
Good evening, Father.
Welcome back to Edu Skills. OET made easy. Our mission is to make you fall in love with OET. If you're watching this on YouTube, kindly consider subscribing to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like our work, and share to your contacts so that we reach out to maximum number of OET aspirants, especially those who are financially struggling to crack OET. We begin here with the first question. Now, this is the first question. Normally, you won't get this challenging in your exam. And could you tell me in the question statement what is the important word? Main hedging word.
Due to.
Due to is important. Yeah, due to, because they are asking for a
Reason.
reason. Yes. Yeah, so you should be looking for a reason or the cause, not the effect. The answer must be a reason, or in other terms, it can be a cause and effect. Reason and the consequence. So more evidence of associated risk seen. Do you have any idea when you read this? More evidence of associated risks seen. Now you got wet in the rain, and you have high fever, high temperature, and some associated symptoms like body pain, vomiting. So can these associated symptoms be the cause of the fever? Listen carefully, okay? This is a bit challenging, but then it's cause and effect language. I've taught you several times, same example I have given you. Now I am giving you an example. You got wet in the rain and you have high temperature now, and some associated symptoms like body pain, headache, or vomiting. Can these associated symptoms like headache or vomiting be the reason for your fever or cause of your fever?
No, Father.
No, Father.
Yes, that's what you have to understand. So here, first option is more evidence of associated risk seen. Second one, inconsistent responses to new findings. Okay, here the changes in standards as per the revised protocol. Here, inconsistent response to new findings. New and revised. Anything similar?
Yes, Father.
Yes,
Yeah,
Father.
that's what we call synonymous language. So you have a clue there, if at all you want. Third one is protocols that prioritize pediatricians only. Is there something with? Yeah, I did not say that. You said it. So let's see. From our experience, we have to find out. Okay, now you said, from my explaining the options, you said the first one cannot be the reason, cause, because it's an effect, associated symptoms. Second one, you said there is a synonymous expression of revised. Okay, so a possibility we suggested. Third one, definitely you said it's, that's what you said. I did not agree with that, or the system has not agreed. The first one and third one you have eliminated without going to the reading passage. As per the strategies we have eliminated, we have not gone into the reading passage. Now we will check whether this is true. It's also a listening practice, okay? So if you have a hard copy, try to the things or highlight the things, whatever you understand. If you find a similarity to the options that we have selected, just check, okay? We'll read. Listen one again carefully.
Executive summary. Intravenous fluids are important components of appropriate care for hospitalized children. Reports in the medical literature and warnings issued in other countries have highlighted the risks associated with use of low sodium content fluids. The importance of appropriate glucose content has also been identified, and emerging evidence suggests risks associated with high chloride. Individual facility-based responses to the changing literature, along with the interim recommendations of a national expert group convened under the auspices of Children's Healthcare Australia (CHA), have led to variable practices across NSW health hospitals with consequent inconsistencies and risks. The NSW chief pediatrician was tasked to engage clinical experts, health share, and a range of other partners in the development of statewide standards across all NSW facilities. The resultant standards for pediatric IV fluids, NSW Health addresses fluid content, bag size, labeling, administration, procurement, and storage. A succinct statement of the standards presents the key messages and related actions on a single page.
Which was our option selected?
B further.
B, no? B, yes, B, yes.
Is given in individual or faculty-based responses.
Okay,
From there.
individual or specialized students. Yes.
In this line, the answer is given.
Okay. Now, as I said, if you have a difficulty, whatever is between commas can be just ignored. You remember? Repeatedly, I was telling you, ignore whatever is between commas or within brackets so that you can see now individual or facility-based responses to the English literature. Other things are required. As on now, you don't require it. No. Health hospitals. Do you have a similarity? Inconsistent responses to new findings, individual or facility-based responses to the changing literature. New and changing. In the question statement, it is revised. In the answer statement, it is new. And here it is changing literature. Have led to variable practices. Inconsistent responses. Variable practices. With consequence, inconsistencies and risks. Consequent. Consequence means now cannot be cause, right? Can it be? Consequent means it's consequence. Okay. If you remember, can you find your words? You know, and this is the first thing I taught you from the very first session of our OET. If you have attended. See, cause and effect language, it can be presented in multiple ways. Industrialization is the cause of global warming. Industrialization is the cause, global warming is the effect. That can be said in another way. Global warming is the result of industrialization. So, effect has come first, cause has gone next. And the word used is result of, here cause of. Next one, the same order in the first, what is given in the first order, industrialization leads to global warming. Cause, effect, leads to, cause of, result of, leads to. Do you have this third option here? Can you identify this third option here in the answer line?
Intravenous fluids are important component.
No. I'm asking in the highlighted answer. This is what somebody suggested is the answer. Do you have that cause?
No,
Do you have that?
Let
Cause?
is about the NSW Health Hospitals.
Led to is
Leads.
led to means led to means lead. Yeah, that's the past tense of. Yeah, past tense of. Lead. Yeah, past tense of lead. This means these things, individual or facility-based responses to the changing literature has led to variable practices. Okay, why this was necessitated, revised protocol was necessitated, because individual as well as facility-based responses to the changing literature. Okay, that was the cause. Varied response. Okay, different response by individual or facility-based facilities, health facilities. They had varied responses, different types of responses. That's what necessitated. That response is the cause, and new protocol is the revised protocol is the result. Do you get me? In the initial sentence, in the first thing, they are speaking only about the risk and other things. Then they said, this is all necessitated because of these issues. So individual responses or individual or facility-based responses have necessitated, has become the cause of revised protocol. Cause and effect language. This is a bit challenging, I know, but exactly the strategy can be applied here. Normally, 90% you will not get this challenging, 95% you will not get this challenging in your exam. You got the idea, right? If you have a doubt, you can ask me later as we come back to this, okay, in the revisit. So the cause and effect language is used here. And if you know this lead to, result of, cause of, these expressions, this idea, if you have in your mind, immediately as you read this sentence, you will understand individual or facility-based responses to changing literature have led to variable practices across NSW health hospitals. with consequent inconsistencies and risks. Inconsistencies and risks are consequence. Risk can never be, as we said here, risks. In the first option, that can never be the cause because they are asking due to. You cannot say due to consequence, right? Due to cause. Reason you have to. Cause, not effect. Hope that is clear. So
Yes,
even
Yes,
with
Father.
now what I'm telling you, if you are competent in your strategies, we did not even go to the text. Only for confirmation you have to go. If at all you find some question very challenging, you can use the strategy, select the answers and tick there and go. Complete your test. I'll answer all the possible things, then revisit with the time rest left for you.